Yeah, Kim, and the winds again have just not died down, and that is what has been driving these flames ever closer to the Rock Creek subdivision. You can see behind me, there's a big tree that is torching, and off to the right, it is just glowing orange. You have to imagine that those are several trees that could be burning. This is the most intense the flames have looked from our vantage point up till right now. You can see trees crowning. Those are significant flames off to the right.
Ugh.
This is the most extreme fire behavior we have seen. This is the closest to the subdivision those flames have gotten. This is what we were all hoping would not happen. Before, all we were seeing was the thick smoke, but these flames have gotten so close to those homes. Those appear to be trees that are torching, and perhaps photojournalist Mike Grady can get a better vantage point through his lens. Yeah, he's nodding at me that those appear to be trees, but my goodness, those are wild, tall flames that are shooting up into the air.
Noel, I just want to ask you real quick, and Mike as well, that is more to the east, right? You've been basically shooting somewhat north-northwest for us. So as you pan to the right, you're panning to the eastern edge of the Rock Creek subdivision?
That is correct, Tom.
Okay.
The flames are to the east, and the smoke, yes, is pouring to the east.
Unbelievable.
So that would be closer then to that Omni area, if I'm right, and that's where you were earlier. Is that the area that we're seeing the flames really explode right now, Noel?
They are still north of the interlocking golf course.
Yeah.
But
well,
my goodness, this is the most extreme fire behavior we've seen, and there are emergency crews that we've noticed in the past hour. They are all over the subdivision. We can see the flashing lights. They are moving through those streets. Photojournalist Mike Grady is showing me, it appears that there may be a house that has caught fire.
Yes,
and
that's
again, guys, you may have a better view
yeah,
of it.
I know it is.
It
is a home or a building of some sort, but it is fully engaged. We will be checking back, of course, on that scene at the Rock Creek subdivision, not too far away. Via Vista Adventist Hospital. We just.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe we'll get the live shot where the guy's mom drove up. Did you see that?
Yeah, there you go.
It's hilarious.
They have not.
What's this one? Quick, Adrian, real quick. Are you logged into a different Google account than the one I shared it with the email that you?
Yeah, so my Google account is through my Gmail.
Okay.
But I forwarded it to myself and opened it from my Gmail account because you've been emailing me at work.
Yeah. So if I give me your email address and your Gmail address, and I'll send it. I'll share it with that. Share you.
Okay.
Give you
Here, I'll
permission.
text it to you on
Okay,
the
sounds good.
chat.
I can't talk.
Tell your bookie not today.
I know it's my daughter. Trying to FaceTime me. Okay, you're texting it to me. All right, you guys can go to the next one if you want, and I'll work this out here.
Sorry, Bob, I just sent it.
You texted to me, or you?
I'm sorry, I put it in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Okay, got it. Okay.
Stopped it. They have paused it. because there is very much.
I am Jessica Janner Castro, and we are following breaking news. We are cutting into our continuing coverage of the situation in Washington, D.C., the protests there, to go now to our state capital, Olympia, where we have just learned about a security scare at the governor's mansion in Olympia. My colleague Drew Mickelson is live for us there. Drew, what's going on?
Jessica, about 10 or 15 minutes ago or so, a group of about, I'd say 50 Trump supporters, demonstrators who had been here all day, broke through the gate out in front of the governor's executive mansion, and the State Patrol and Thurston County Sheriff's Office has just arrived on scene. They are just heading through that gate right now. This is a building that's adjacent to the state capitol. The governor was in the building, was in his residence when this happened. But we were told that he is now in a safe location. We did see a black SUV leaving the residence, which is typically the way that he gets around. Can't confirm that he has been taken off the property, but I was told he is in a safe location. This was a protest that had been going for a couple of hours, starting about 11:30 or noon. Peaceful demonstration, speeches, passionate folks, but it was very peaceful until about 20 minutes ago, when, I think 10 minutes ago, this group made its way outside the gate of the governor's executive residence and chanted, "Let us in." They were upset at Governor Inslee for his COVID-19 restrictions. Some of these folks we've seen at similar rallies down south here in the last couple of weeks with some of the restaurants that have been remaining open. But a group was able to push their way through the pedestrian side of the gate, and there's a gate for a car that the crowd could not push through, but the pedestrian gate was able to get pushed open. There was one uniformed state trooper, perhaps a cadet, but one uniformed law enforcement person trying to hold back that group, and that did not work.
Yeah, Drew, we're watching the video as you're talking right now. We're watching that video from earlier today. We want to note for our viewers that this is the moment that Drew is talking about as people made their way inside. Your best guess, Drew, as to how many people actually made it through that gate until it was secured again?
I would say anywhere from 30 to 50 folks. So lots of security and a good 6-foot tall fence at least surrounding the property as well. And in my 13 years of covering the Capitol, I've never seen people walking in and out like this.
Yeah, and we're watching someone hop over the fence right now.
Yeah, this is not something we've seen, right next to a no trespassing sign and a no access sign. So, did the police tell you to leave, sir? Yeah, can I talk to you about it? I'm with King 5. No, I'm not talking to you. Okay. He said he didn't want to talk to me. He doesn't like us. We've heard a lot of that out here. It's nothing new for us who've been covering these sort of events. But every event that I've been to down south here in the last couple of months has been much more civil than this one just got.
Drew, we want to watch that video again, that moment that you were describing earlier.
They're not happy. And the election on top of that didn't work out the way that they had wanted. And I asked them about the court rulings and what a lot of folks believe is a lack of any evidence, and they don't believe that. They say that they don't have any evidence that Joe Biden won. So here are some more of the folks who are out here. As you can see, there's a dog. We've seen kids out here before today, but we have not had any violence until we saw this group bust through the gate here, and now they're leaving. At least some of them, but I can still see a good dozen plus up at the front door of the mansion. Again, the governor was here at the time of this breach, but he is in a, quote, safe location now, is what they told us. And I think we saw his SUV leaving at the time that I was being told that, but they would not confirm if he's left the property, but they claim he's safe, and he was here at the time.
Drew, did they make any mention? Did they make any mention of whether his wife was with him?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're dealing with a lot out there. I was just asking if they made any mention of whether or not his wife was with him and is safe at this hour as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if his wife was in there at the time, but we know that he is in a safe location.
What's that called? Or what number?
January 6th, mansion breach number 2.
Ah, okay.
That should have been breaking news. I mean, I realize it was a live shot, but to me, breaking news is the people going through the fence.
So Bob, I think we're almost there.
Okay.
I
Did-
see that you just made a change at 11:04 a.m.
Oh, Adrian, I see your comments.
Yeah.
Well,
Photog is right there. Good moving with camera around.
no.
Oh, sorry, that's me. I did Adrian.
You're teasing us and making us think she's in.
No,
Did it work with the Gmail link?
so yeah, I'm here, but it's going to, sorry. Can I just, oh, here we are at the bottom.
It's good. It's a good sign.
All right. I just gotta, it's 39, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Please work. Yes, thank you, Bob.
About that. I'm here to help.
And that's why news folk are always the best to hire.
We're troubleshooters. If I could just get students to be troubleshooters.
And all of the comments are in columns on this, Bob. Thank you.
Yes, I figured that out too. So this is going well.
It's just, it really is easier to compare and read.
Yes,
So
I
thank you.
100% agree. I never knew how to do that, so I learned something too today.
Well, you'll teach me another time.
Yeah. That's Sean Montano, man. Another Denver kid.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is.
Thank goodness.
All right, are we ready for the next one?
My room is cold. Yep, I'm ready.
We've driven all around this area.
Oh, wait, what's it called?
What number?
Anywhere but
6.
What number?
6.
6.
Oh,
we've driven all around this area and you can find fire anywhere, but this is growing very quickly. This was not on fire right there. That big hatch, that was not on fire just about 30 seconds ago. Further back, you can't see the homes because of how much smoke there is, but those homes are also on fire. There's a fence there. That fence is also on fire. We are in Superior, not far from the mall, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. This is home after home after home, and I can say, after being out here for several hours now, this is actually the worst wind that we've experienced in this specific area. I'm not sure what it is about it, but it's just blowing right through, and it's really picking this up. I'm gonna go back to you guys. I think we're gonna move out of this grass because this is moving pretty quick.
Yeah, we were saying time to go.
Time to go.
Yeah.
You and Tom Cole pack up, get to some safety, and we'll check back with you from a safe place in a few minutes.
He's anchoring now?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that disappointment in your voice?
No, he's a great guy. I didn't know that.
He's very good, actually. And of course, he's
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
That's funny.
He anchored at Fox for a long time, and then Patty stole him.
Oh.
what was this one called? Flanked by Fire?
Angeline and Fire, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Angeline. and
Yep.
Fire. Okay.
I'm sorry, Adrian.
It's okay.
Somebody raised their hand? Something's gonna wow us here soon. I know it.
Hopefully.
So ready. I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm gonna enter this next year. I do live shots.
Was that you? I wonder when they came away from NBC if that was you before they went to the local.
No, I wasn't. I was supposed to go, but my sound guy's father-in-law died, so.
Oh.
Wow. Are you guys ready?
They go this week, actually.
We had what felt like.
What number?
5.
About 50 miles per hour sustained just a little bit ago, and it's changed the direction of the fire and it's pushed it up north a little bit. So we are at Washington and McCaslin in Louisville, where the fire is moving through a neighborhood of fairly closely packed homes, and what we've seen now is the winds are pushing the fire back up closer to Harper Lake and towards our position. Photojournalism can give you a look at where the fire has pushed from the homes that are burning to the south right up to the end, the southern edge of Harper Lake. So there are homes now that are flanked on 3 sides by fire, and the wind is gusting in excess of 50 miles per hour. We're going to wrap things up here and we're going to move to the north. This is a very bad situation for this neighborhood and for all of those neighborhoods to the south of here, down near Coal Creek Golf Course towards the Avista Hospital, as things have taken a bad turn here in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Oops, that was flanked by fire, right?
I thought you guys said it was 5, but I didn't.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, this is, I think, number 4.
The one that we're seeing on the screen is the one we just watched, right?
Flanked by fire. It should be
Right.
number 4 on the spreadsheet there.
No, I'm not seeing any fires coming.
I hope people don't judge me by how much I'm eating while I'm doing these things.
We expect you to eat. We're photogs.
You need a steering wheel in front of you.
Yeah.
We are very behind, so we need to keep moving.
I'm ready.
You'll hear that
I'm
from
ready.
me.
What number?
Dan Blommel.
Dan Blommel. This is
What
number
number?
number 3 on the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Chris, I want to ask, what are you seeing here with these officials? Does it look like they're trying to make their way across?
I think they're trying to get across to see if there's a way they can get over. I also just spoke to a TDOT official who said, and Dan, if you can cross, on the left side of the road where the tree is, do you see that portion of asphalt? Can you zoom in on that? The TDOT official said they've been here since 5 a.m. That is part of Highway 48 that is washed out. So it's one of those things, they don't know what's underneath the water. They don't know how bad the road is to see if they can even get people across. The road may be that badly damaged. So I think that's part of the conflict here, but they are, I know they really badly, you can tell all these crews are antsy to be able to get across this bridge to get to the people that need help the most. So I think right now they're doing a run to see if they can walk across the bridge, if they could potentially get one of their vessels across to be able to get to the next stretch of where they need to go. But we'll continue to obviously keep an eye on all of this. But I think that's just kind of highlights the flooding concerns, as you know so well, Heather, is you don't know what's underneath all of the swift water of how much damage has really been done. done.
Absolutely. And so, guys, in production, let's hold this shot while we watch and see if they're able to get across. But, Chris, you make a very good point. You don't know what's underneath that floodwater. Even if you're out and you think, I'm going to brave it, I'm going to try to get across this road that's flooded, it could be completely washed out underneath, like what you saw with that asphalt there where Chris Davis is currently sitting. So you don't want to put yourself in danger. And I just want you guys at home, especially the folks on Facebook, to take a look at this image and these emergency crews that are risking, their safety to try to get across this very flooded roadway. You don't want to put them in further danger by you yourself attempting to get out on these roads. They are trying to get across the street to get to people who are trapped, who really need the help. They don't need any more added people on the roadways trying to get across flooded roads, trying to get out driving, trying to make it to their destination. Let's be respectful of these emergency officials and the work that they are trying to do in the extremely dangerous situation that they're in with this flooding this morning. We don't want to put them in further danger by you getting out and you trying to drive. As Chris mentioned, roads could be washed out, and you might only think it's a little bit of water, but 6 inches of water is all it takes to sweep you away. You'll notice they are walking very closely together, holding on to a rope, because that is obviously more than 6 inches. They could be easily swept away if they did not have the emergency gear that they are currently using. It actually only takes a foot of water to wash your car away. So we have definitely seen that across the area, and that is why it is leading to such a dangerous situation. I also want to mention they're starting to issue some flood advisories for those creeks and streams. Obviously, you can see this one here has already started to flow out of its banks, go over roadways. But while creeks, streams, rivers, they are starting to increase, a flood advisory has just been issued for the Duck River in Centerville until further notice, according to the National Weather Service. Chris, remind me, do you know what creek you're near right now?
This is Garner's Creek. And so, Heather, while you were talking, I was able to confirm with EMA. And so what they're doing right now is they're trying to assess the damage of Highway 48 right now. So as you can see on your screen here, they're tethered to that rope that's winched to a person on dry land, but they're trying to see if the road surface is damaged, too badly damaged, to be able to eventually get cars over. I think their thought is if this road is just too badly damaged, then they'll have to try to find another way to be able to get into this area. But just want to provide that update.
Next.
Okay. Almost.
There he is. He's everywhere.
Okay, so that was.
I just want to tell our viewers that we're in a safe position here. An officer saw us take position.
5.
Thank you.
What's that hissing? There you go. Thank you.
Here, this is what you're looking at is I believe 567 Canary Lane, which is on the other side of Highway 36 from our location. So the highway is sort of buffering us from that structure that's on fire. I believe it's an apartment complex, but I haven't confirmed that myself. But obviously what you're looking at is incredible, terrible destruction from this fire, and that building completely and totally engulfed right now. Again, I want to give you some perspective. We are on the north side of Highway 36, US 36, and that structure is on the south side of US 36 and just to the east of McCaslin Boulevard. We're standing in the parking lot of the La Quinta Inn on the other side of the highway. And even the La Quinta here has some structural damage, but there's a fire hose out here. Drew, can you come off the tripod, or is that possible? So where we are, it appears that firefighters have already been here and saved the La Quinta Inn. You've got a fire hose right here, Drew. Show this. The fire hose, the fire hydrant, and check that out. The corner of the hotel here, you know, you've got
you've got a charred hotel room essentially, but what it looks like is the fire caught some of the shrubbery on the outside of the hotel on fire, and then firefighters were able to get here quickly and put the fire out before the entire structure was lost. And then, of course, they've moved on to save other structures in the area. This is the town of Superior where we're standing right now. This is McCaslin Boulevard, essentially, and US 36. And it's just amazing. The wind is still gusting, I mean, howling here right now. And I'm speechless at what we're witnessing across the street. A building completely engulfed in flames.
Russell, do be safe. But I wanted to just what the mayor of Superior, Mayor Folsom, just told us a minute ago. He said at this point he's thinking 100 to 200 homes and structures already have been lost.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I think that's the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I really like that last one.
Yeah, it was good. Really good. Good stuff.
There's a couple that I missed. Were they all pretty much breaking news?
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Which is interesting. You know, that's a good point, is that sometimes people do really creative, like morning live shots, cooking or whatever they do. And all of these were breaking news.
Well, it's interesting now too, with the way you can be untethered, right? You can kind of walk around with a camera. We didn't see a lot of them.
Okay, 1, 2. I have my first, second, and third. I'll make my pitch. The first, to me, the most immediacy, the most tense environment, lots of people around, could go any way, was the January 6th one. You know, my only thing on it is I wanted more bites with people, but it's sort of the reporter not making that happen. But the photog did a great job moving the camera around.
Right.
That would be my number one for sure. And then I liked number 2, the one that we just watched. That was really good. I liked that, you know, the story developed and taking it off the sticks. I liked that it was on the sticks at first because it was really far away. One of the other pieces was far away and it was all handheld, which was a distraction. So number 2 to me is the second is number 5, whatever that was called. And third was the Colorado fire. I just like the, it was number 5. It was a lot of shoot and go, nice and quick. You know, they showed it and they got out of there and didn't make us all look stupid by sticking around. And I like that. So I would go with number, whatever January 1st is, that would be my first. Second would be number 5. And third would be number, hang on a second.
You know, that water one, they stuck with it for a long time though. They were live at a critical situation. I don't know that the photographer did anything other than hold it, but he felt like he was listening to the reporter a little bit.
Yeah.
I would have started that clip.
That might be an honorable mention to me.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I need to remember the names of the Colorado fires again, because I am confused as to which one is which. The first one we watched Hang on.
So Brad, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Because I think we had I think I had the numbers confused at least.
I may too.
As far as the fire, are you speaking about Kyle Clark or the female, Angelina?
No, I don't know who Kyle Clark is, but it wasn't the girl. She did or the lady. She did a great job. But there wasn't any photog stuff other than being in a fire. I mean, that's stressful enough, right?
Yeah. So was the reporter a man? On the sidewalk?
Let's see. What did I have as second? Good Flames took. Oh yeah, it was a guy. Good
Then I
Flame.
think, and it was later. We watched that one later. It wasn't the first one we watched from far away that was zoom, zip in and out and in and out. It was the second one where they were standing.
Yeah, it was a later one. Yeah. I have it as number 3 here. In terms of on our spreadsheet.
Number 4.
So on my spreadsheet, number 3 is the water, the flooding.
Right.
Oh, crap. Hey, we should, if we could, before we play something, what's next, let's say what number it is. That would help me anyway.
It's the third one down, Brad, but it's number 4 in the count because line number 1 is the title. So I think you guys are talking about the same one. I think, Brad, you're just looking at as the third one down, right? Flanked by fire.
Well, it says number 3 on mine.
That one, is that the one?
Is this the reporter? You see your screen, Brad?
That's
Did they take it off the sticks? So they were handheld?
I don't think they were on the sticks. I think they were handheld the whole time, I think.
Okay.
Well, maybe not.
I like the one where they took it off the sticks in the middle of the live shot. I thought that was great.
That was I agree. I thought that was great. That was the last one we watched.
So was that number 5 in terms of was that live? I'm speechless.
Yes, I believe so.
If so, that's my number 1.
I agree. I think the one that where the reporter says take it off the sticks and he did.
Yeah.
And then they showed the hose and all that. I thought that was really good. But I thought that was better than January 6th. I think January 6th
sorry.
was second.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd still go with January 1st. There's a lot of people around there. They had to keep their head on constantly.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
Oh yeah.
all right. What do you guys think, Adrian, Bilal?
January 6th is my first. Live I'm Speechless is my second. Kyle Clark is my third.
Kyle Clark. What's Kyle Clark?
From 9 News.
Flanked by fire.
Flanked by fire. Okay.
What number was it? I'm sorry. What number, guys?
That
4.
is
Number 4, Flanked by Fire.
You know, what do you guys think about putting underneath the column, like see if you look at the sheet I'm doing, just putting our number 1, 2, 3, 4 there? Wouldn't it be easier just to see?
Oh.
Are you putting those as ratings or are you putting those as where you would place them? Okay.
Where I would place each
Yeah, I'm kind of doing it too. Oh, that's where you would place them. Interesting.
How do I do that?
Yeah, January 6th is first.
Yeah.
And I'm Speechless is second, and third would be, I'm still trying to decide the third and fourth.
So we're in agreement about January 6th, and I'm Speechless. That's cool.
Yep.
I still think that Flanked by Fire one is pretty darn good. I think the
one where they
honorable
took it
mention.
off the sticks?
No, that's I'm Speechless. That's the one we put in second.
Good, I like that. Okay, and then the Flanked by Fire was which one?
I think it was off the sticks the whole time. It was that one.
Yeah.
That one.
It was. I think it was on. Yeah, it was on.
Oh
the sticks.
yeah.
All windy, right?
Yeah, I like that one because they got out of there when they needed to.
Of the fire ones, that one seemed like the best one.
I agree.
And then did anybody?
Are we
What
good?
do we do for honorable mention? Do we do I mean, the thing about the flooding one is it's different, and they stayed with the action and they followed it and they were on sticks.
It was smooth.
But it was.
I would have started the entry way later if I was submitting it, because the action didn't happen till later, you know, so there wasn't really like.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I went on and on and on, but yeah, I would. It was award worthy, definitely. It's a lot of work.
So maybe it's honorable mention.
Yeah, I like that.
Which one?
I mean, the two fire ones, I get that they're in a critical situation, and that's hard. Zoom, pan, snap, pan, zoom. I mean, it's
too quick.
It's hard to judge those when they're exactly the same in the same situation, and giving them credit for the sense of urgency. I still think the water one gave us a live perspective of an unknown situation, and that's not even part of it. But
it started to get more urgent as they were going in, as they were moving forward, I thought, you know, and I don't know if it's credit to them pushing in on them or what, but when you saw the wide shot.
Yeah.
I like awarding it. Personally, I felt like they were too close and I was uncomfortable the whole time. I just felt like they could hinder, get in the way, just weren't really taking their own advice. I think it's award winning. It's a long time to have a camera on your shoulder and you don't know if the water's going to wash you away. But I thought it was just a little bit too close. I like getting the camera in there, that's for sure, but maybe go in and out.
Okay, so we did January 6th is number 1, flanked by fire is number 2. No, I'm speechless is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Flanked by fire is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mention.
Garner's Creek.
Water?
Yeah, Garner's Creek flooding. Dan Blommel.
Good old Dan.
I think we're good.
Is there any way that we can just go down the line of the numbers? This is for me, it's just a little bit too much. I want to make sure we're awarding the right person.
Okay, live I'm speechless is the one of the guy in
the future. In the future,
Oh, okay.
I'm happy with this, but just on the next one, is there any way we can just go down the list?